Testing. Ooh. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to Pictures Up. I've decided that the next few videos on this channel are going to get a little bit more experimental and they're going to deviate from my usual style just a little bit. I think I've got some pretty good ideas for how to more fully document the filmmaking experience, including the film festival / film networking side of things. And I'm going to do that in a lot of ways, but largely through vlog and discussion type videos like this one, so let me know what you think of this style in the comments, and if you guys hate it, I'll stop doing it. So I've been to quite a few film festivals over the time that I've been doing this whole filmmaking thing, and some of them will give you, prizes or goodie bags, that kind of thing. I always really appreciate it when film festivals give you stuff like that because it's clearly not something that they have to do, it's just something that they did to be nice to you. But I think my favorite prize package of all time has to be one that I won very recently at the All-American High School Film Festival in October. And that's what I'm here to talk about with you today. This is my review of my All-American prize package. And to clarify, and this may sound a little bit obvious, but I'm not being paid or told or encouraged by All-American or by any of the products and services that I'm going to talk about to say any of the things that I'm going to say throughout the course of this video. This is something that I'm producing entirely independently to give you my honest, unfiltered thoughts about this prize package, which I love. Hopefully, if you're a student filmmaker, you're looking to submit to All-American High School Film Festival. If you're not, you should look into it because it is absolutely the greatest film festival experience I've ever had in my entire life. And as if the networking and the experience of it all wasn't enough, then these prizes should also incentivize you to at least give it a shot. And maybe I can give you an idea of what, big film festival prize packages look like in general. Or if you have no intention of submitting to All-American, that's fine as well. Maybe I'll talk about something that catches your ear and you'll want to check it out and maybe buy it. Really quick, if you haven't seen my New York vlog video, which if you haven't, you should check it out. I won an award at the All-American High School Film Festival in the category Vlog Life. You may remember a little while back I made this behind the scenes video about how I made this horror short film for my friend's English project. If you've seen the video, you know it's about 12 minutes long, which I had to shorten it down to about 5 minutes long to meet the length requirement for that category. I called this shortened version of the video the English Project, and it went on to win the vlog category. And that's a huge honor for me, especially as a YouTuber. As someone who's been a YouTuber for a long time and really just loves YouTube, loves the vlog format as a whole, to be recognized for my work in that area is actually extremely meaningful to me. So it's also worth noting that Vlog Life is not actually one of the festival's biggest categories, so the prizes you see right here is not actually the festival's biggest prize package. They were handing out GoPros, they were handing out DSLR cameras, and I believe they handed out roughly $500,000 in college scholarships that night. So huge props to the All-American High School Film Festival, not only for being a fantastic place for young filmmakers like myself to meet and communicate with one another, but also for providing some sometimes much needed financial support to talented young filmmakers like some of the ones that I had the opportunity to meet. Oh shit. Pardon me. Okay, so first off, this isn't really what this video is about, but I feel like I should mention the trophy. I really like this trophy. It's sleek, it's minimalistic, it looks great on my bookshelf back there because I've got this like RGB backlight that shines right through the clear material in a really cool way. Definitely a huge fan of this trophy. I've seen a lot of film festival trophies, I've won some of them, but I've seen a lot of them. And sometimes they just have really boring design. They get it all wrong, but this one I like. I kind of dig this one. In terms of sheer design though, if I'm being real with you, I think that the Austin Film Festival trophy remains my favorite of all time. So anyway, I'll shut up about trophies now. On to the real prizes, starting with a 1-year subscription to Writer Duet Pro. This is something that I've actually been wanting to pay for quite some time, but I could never find room in my budget for it. That's because I already use the free version of Writer Duet, so this is just the same software that I'm used to with a ton of perks added onto it. Accessing and exporting a past version of your script, a desktop you can use offline, statistics, dialogue and location sorting, watermarks, and the ability to write as many scripts at one time as I see fit. If I were to pay for the annual plan, I would spend about $9 a month, which means that this prize is valued at about $108. And I'm not positive that that's actually worth the money, but hey, that's the beauty of getting it for free, right? Those perks are great, but with the free version, you can still write scripts. You can edit, I believe, 2 scripts at one time, except if you archive scripts, they don't go away. They're still stored on Writer Duet, but they don't count towards your 2 scripts at a time. So in reality, you can kind of have more scripts than 2 on Writer Duet free. So yeah, I'm really glad I won this. The caveat is that it is a subscription, so in about a year I won't have this anymore unless I win another Tindy Award and I get to renew it, which would be pretty sweet, fingers crossed. Next up, the Final Draft 12 Educational Software Package. Considering I'm probably only going to use it for screenwriting, this doesn't do anything in particular for me that Writer Duet doesn't already do, but hey, it's pretty cool anyway. It's yet another screenwriting software I have at my disposal, which is always a good thing, and it defaults to dark mode, so the folks at Final Draft clearly know what's up. Plus, this is a one-time payment, not a subscription, so unlike my Writer Duet Pro subscription, I can use this for as long as I want to. Plus, if they come out with a new Final Draft and I want to upgrade to that, it's cheaper to upgrade than it is to buy, so I'm essentially getting a discount. Final Draft is the industry standard for screenwriting software. They claim to be used by 95% of productions in the industry. I don't really know where they got that number, I'm sure it's a rough estimate, but the point is, it's the standard. And for quite a while, it was inaccessible to me because of the pricing, so I'm really glad to have it now. 1 year of unlimited access to Bulletproof Bear royalty-free music library. Bulletproof Bear's portal allows me access to over 150,000 tracks of music and sound effects, and it's been used by a number of pretty reputable productions in the industry. And to demonstrate some of the music in their library, I'm actually playing Bulletproof Bear music right now, and I have been for this entire video. I decided to use their music exclusively for this video, just to demonstrate some of the options out of the 150,000. During the 1 year subscription period, I have access to their music for any non-commercial purposes that I want. After the subscription period ends, any projects that I created during the subscription period are still in the clear when it comes to copyright. The main caveat, of course, is that it ends after a year, but also that commercial use is not protected under this, which really isn't a major drawback for me, but it's something. The folks at Sosa Bear Films, who I intern with, allow me access to their Artlist account, and under Artlist you can use the music commercially. Also, Artlist has a lot of like Foley sound effects. Bulletproof Bear doesn't really have sound effects as much as sound design. They have like whooshes and like transition noises and that kind of stuff. But like if I wanted to look for like footsteps sound effect or like leaves moving in the wind or something, I would definitely have to go to Artlist for that and not Bulletproof Bear. Although I talked to the guy at the Bulletproof Bear table at the All-American High School Film Festival, and it seemed like they were talking about rolling out some more advanced features that would kind of beat out Artlist for me a little bit. He specifically mentioned an AI-driven tool where you can like give it a song. You can just like give you like a Megan Thee Stallion song or something, right? And say, give me stuff that sounds like this. And it would use artificial intelligence to find it, which is pretty cool. Hopefully that gets rolled out to the public during my 1 year subscription period so I could use it, because I do like the sound of that. That sounds like it has a lot of promise. 1 year subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud. There's not much that I can say about Adobe Creative Cloud that hasn't been said already. There is so much stuff under the umbrella of Creative Cloud. It includes what are unequivocally some of the best tools for online content creation and filmmaking out there, and to have access to all of the apps in the entire Creative Cloud is pretty sweet. I was already paying for Creative Cloud, which, by the way, if you're a student, they offer Creative Cloud at an extremely discounted rate. It is way cheap for students. So if you're a student, I would definitely look into that, because Creative Cloud is almost definitely worth it for you if you're a filmmaker or creator of any type. But even at that extremely discounted rate that I was already paying for it, a year's worth of Creative Cloud would have cost me about $250. So that's about how much All-American High School Film Festival is saving me right now. So thanks. I'm a Final Cut guy myself, so I won't be using Premiere, but I will certainly continue using Photoshop and Lightroom. I use Photoshop for all of my thumbnails now. I use Lightroom for like pretty much anything you see me post on Instagram, and also most of the time for the thumbnails. And they did offer me a code to get free Final Cut Pro editing software, which is awesome, and it makes me a little bit mad that I have already paid the $300 for Final Cut Pro. $300 for Final Cut may sound like a lot, but I would have paid at least 2 or 3 times that now if I had subscribed to Premiere at the time that I started using Final Cut. But I think that's great that they offer that to young filmmakers who may not have an editing software of their own. Anyway, yeah, there you have it. This was a pretty quick video today, but I just wanted to sit down and review some of the really cool prizes that the All-American High School Film Festival gave me. Very stoked about this award, All-American. Thank you very, very much. I'm a proud YouTuber and vlogger right now. Again, this is a bit of a new style of content for me, so let me know what you thought of it. This kind of content is easy to produce, so I could be making more frequent YouTube videos this way, if you guys like them, but if you don't, then there's no point in doing this frequently. I hope you learned something about film festivals and the types of prizes and trophies that they give. In next week's video, I'll be taking a look at 5 high school student short films that I think are fantastic, and I think you will think are fantastic as well. So be sure to tune in next week, and I'll tell you all about some fantastic short films. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I'm Sam Morgan, and this is Pictures Up.